Hello.
Darla,
What?
how are you doing?
Good.
Where
How
I,
are you?
I am like totally exhausted, and but I file an extension of time to file the brief, but I'm still going to file a brief on the due date, which is Wednesday, based on the motion that I wrote, where I say and I prove that they excluded me from this thing, which was filing the amended complaint. And then the most amazing thing is that if you go to the record by record of what happened, okay, the original complaint started in 2011, and this was like 2013, like a year and a half later. The other attorney, and when they filed the original complaint, they said the damages were less than $50,000, less than 50,000, okay? And that was when they filed the complaint. And when they say, that I had put all this, the same things that they always say. So, a year and a half later, the attorney that had filed the original complaint, and Kowalski had probably a problem, and he dropped the attorney. Craig came in. I filed a change of a judge from the judges from here, and the Judge Reddington was chosen. So Judge Reddington was chosen, and who knows who Judge Reddington and Craig knows, but as soon as Judge Reddington was assigned, the first thing that was filed was that the damages were over 50,000. Remember, the oral complaint was less than 50. The first thing that was filed is like, the damages are over 50,000. Then the second thing filed is a letter to have a private conversation. And then, so the sequence is amazing. In the meantime, by looking at, and then of course, they had the meeting, and I was never informed, and the judge says, no matter what, if you had an ex parte communication, which is a party communication without me, you have to inform the other party that there existed. There was never, any communication from the judge to me saying, Mr. Villa, by the way, we had this meeting with Craig, and we did these things. Yes? No. So that is a violation of the rules, and I think that is so strong. They cannot, that's why I said to them, they cannot get out of the wall. But they could say, what could they say? They cannot say that they didn't know this because, it's like when you send a letter to the judge and the judge responds to you, yes? Doesn't the judge say, listen, is there another part in this case, And then after that, all my motions were denied, and the way I discovered this, it was in a very strange way, because I wanted to tell, I had a motion for disqualification of the judge, and I say, I attended to all the hearings, but the only one I didn't attend was this one. And that's when Craig just say, no, we didn't have an ex parte communication. He was the one who gave me the the hint that has happened. And of course I have to remind him that. But that is not the important thing. The another important thing that he did was like, okay, so there was I was always, all my case has been trying to get the records of the association to show that Kowalski is a bad guy, yes? And in one of those things, then Craig says to the judge, I mean, in an answer to my motion to reveal some documents or something, he says, that was already presented in such and such a date. And so the judge says, oh, you see, you don't repeat things. That was already done. Guess what? When he said that was already presented in such and such a date, that was a lie. That was not presented. I don't know if you saw that in what I sent you. Probably not. You have to look at the dates. Anyhow, so that is, when you make one and two very visible and provable, like mistakes of this kind, and then there's going to be more. Most of his motions are about punishing me. It's like, just a second, I'm just trying to ask. And he's going to lose his license. And this case I'm going to get Tierra Linda, and I probably have to find a guy to sue Kowalski for up to his pants for what he did to me. Tierra Linda looks totally awful and destroyed, and morally I am, but I cannot imagine I was going to give up, and then, when I gave up, everybody says, okay, well, I don't know, just, you have to be represented by an attorney, and, well, guess what, this is going to go for the record, because I'm going to be winning this on my own, and there is no way, Darla, what I'm telling you is on the record, so what I was going to say, why Paul hasn't told me what he thinks about.
I don't know.
Well, okay.
You have
Huh? What?
I don't know. You have to call my dad.
Okay, where are you now?
I'm at home on the Saturday.
You are what?
Some bad news.
You are what, doing what?
I have to tell you some bad news.
What bad news?
Just be thankful you have your health.
Excuse me?
Just be thankful you have your health.
Why?
Because Phil Ephraim had a stroke, and he can't talk, and he's weak on the right side.
No.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Maybe 73.
So he had a stroke, and then he cannot walk on the right side. No, he cannot what?
Talk.
He cannot talk?
Right. It's on the left side of the brain, so talk.
Oh, man. Well, yeah. This is just so stressful on me, Darla. You cannot imagine. I had this.
Armando, come on. I'm talking about somebody else, and you always, just like Donald Trump, do it back to yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.